Hello and welcome back to Demon the Descent here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelle. You see him, and I'm very, very excited to be hopping back into this cryptic espionage epic that we have situated for ourselves. If you joined us last time, then you saw that there was a dead demon, a missing attaché case, and a little bit of a mystery on our hands, as the characters were hired to go retrieve something that could be quite dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands. But before we hop into game, we should probably learn who our cast is. So let's go around in a circle, introduce ourselves, and who you're going to be playing tonight, starting with Christa.
Hello, I'm Christa. I use she, they, or her, them pronouns, and I am playing Ms. Maccabee, who is part-time accountant, part-time private investigator, full-time badass, and I am excited to remember where we were and very excited to continue on.
Nice. All right, and who are you you're playing two different characters. So quick reminder, if you're tuning in for the first time, go watch the first episode. But in Demon, you can have multiple personalities that you switch back and forth between, called covers. And about half the characters here have multiples. A couple of them have only one. And one of the ones that only has one is Kelle. Hey, Kelle.
Hi. Yes. Hey, it's me. It's Kelle from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing tonight in this episode. I am playing Ms. Void, and her first cover, her only cover, is Ivy Watson. She is a hacker. She's classed as a militant hacktivist, so she's like full-fledged anonymous. She could be anonymous, but she works with a collective, and she's using that as her cover to fortify and find out everything she can about the God Machine, how it works, and how everything else is all connected. And she's gonna do it. Dang it.
She's gonna do it. Fantastic. All right, down to Mike.
Hi everyone, it's me, Michael, going with he, him pronouns. And tonight I'm playing Mr. Cinder, the mind tampering demon who usually by day goes around as Grover McFarlane, the cat doctor, and at night as Haley Razor, the private investigator.
Nice. All right, and last but not least, over to James.
Hello, everybody. I am James. I use he, him pronouns, and I am bringing to this great play Mr. Dredge, this kind of poetic rabble-rouser who's currently stuffed in the unfortunate form of Simon Berg, a heavy-duty mechanic he never intended to be in, and so he's trying to roll with it.
Fantastic. All right, so folks, any questions before we get into game? Everybody's picked aspirations. Everybody has prepped themselves for this. Okay, and quick reminder for those watching at home, we are doing this. This is like the first time that we've really played Demon the Descent. It's the first time I've played it in about 5 years. So there are going to be times where we'll have to reference the rules. There may be some mistakes. So life happens. So hopefully we'll muddle through best we can. Because, hey, it's a game and we're here for the experience, right? And speaking of which, don't forget, last episode, you received at least 4 beats on your character. Some of you received a couple more due to achieving aspirations or dramatic failures. So don't forget about those as we begin. And for those of you who play more World of Darkness games, the Chronicles of Darkness games, reminder, dice pools count successes on 8, 9s, and 10s, and 1s do not take away. Unless you're at a chance dice, which I will explain when it happens. But I think most of you are pretty good for most of this. Nice. All right. So last episode, we were at the Comstock Tailors. Comstock Fine Tailoring, I believe it was. A front for an exile known as the Tailor, who hired you to retrieve an attaché that had been was supposed to have been brought to him by Jacob Feist, also known as Mr. Hour. However, Mr. Hour never arrived, and then several days later, he was discovered dead. Well, odds are Mr. Hour is dead as well, but hey, you never know. In Demon the Descent, it could be a double cross. And you have been informed that the Tailor, who is a fence of sorts and procures procures many things for demons, information, tech, and so on, as well as like contracts and things, is in need of this and is willing to trade things with you if you get it back for him. However, he has also informed you that tonight it is almost 6 o'clock in the evening right now. At 8:53 p.m. in Richmond, an angel will be arriving to try to hunt down this attaché. So you've got about a 3-hour lead on this angel, who will be looking for this as well. He knows very little about the angel aside from that it will be arriving, which is at least something. And with that, why don't we pick back up inside of the Tailors? The Tailor smiles at you from across his large work table, his hands continuing to move across the fabric, pinning, cutting, prepping. He never seems to look down at his work, although his shears are nearly a foot long and could easily clip his fingertips off with the slightest miss. But he keeps working. Clip, clip, clip. Do you have any other questions? Anything that I can assist you with?
I think Dredge is going to pull out his cell phone and try to look up the death of the Jacob Feist, that youth pastor.
Yes. All right. Why don't you go ahead? You can do this pretty easily. Give me an intelligence and computers roll at a +1.
All right. That is 3.
3 successes. All right, so you can find his obituary, and you can also find a little article in the Vancouver Sun, like a little blurb on their site. It looks like, actually not that far away, looks like a hit and run down off of Robson Street. And looking at that, there is like a little corner down there where people have set up places to drop off flowers on the corner and so on. It's been a couple of days, so people aren't really holding a vigil. There might be occasionally people there, but for the most part, there's a list of also donations if you want to donate to the church or anything like that. So, from where you are right now, it's probably about a 15-minute walk.
All right, not bad.
Or like a 5-minute, well, downtown Vancouver, about a 10-minute drive, 15-minute walk.
Probably take the truck anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
do you want to leave it?
Just so we can have it on hand. I'm also going to check to see if there's like if there's an obit anywhere. Like, is he survived by anyone?
He is not. He
somebody
was a
needs to go talk to.
certified bachelor.
Oh, okay.
Well, and he was a priest, right? He was a youth pastor, or a pastor rather.
He was
Pastor.
like a cool youth pastor. He was like a
Right.
he was not a priest, not ordained, but he was like one of
Yes.
those cool, like, hey, let's go out and do like zip lining for Christ type of guys.
Right. With
Okay.
the sacred son. That's in
I
the
think
note.
so.
Is that correct?
I
Yep.
did write that down too.
Okay.
The Sacred Son. All right, so you'll be able to see that. The Sacred Son Church is a bit further outside of downtown, but is pretty easy to reach. So you'll pull that up on your phone, and we'll have a place that you can head.
Not too far. About a 10-minute drive.
Perfect.
All right. Well, if anyone wants a ride, you're welcome to hop in with me. Flick
And-
the I think I actually have like a Nokia flip phone.
Oh my god. What is that?
Unbreakable.
How'd you
Just
pull up the
have
obituary on a
Cinder
flip phone?
You can.
He also has a flip phone?
Oh, okay.
It's called an OtterBox, Dredge. It's never mind. Let's go.
Oh,
I haven't managed to break one yet. Just stuff it into my greasy jean pocket.
Thank you, Taylor. I think that's plenty helpful.
of course. Best of luck and happy hunting. Oh, and Mr. Cinder. I believe this is what you asked for. And he will the fabric on the table, put it on a hanger, and then just daintily take a lint roller to it and hand it over to Mr. Cinder. It is an immaculate houndstooth skirt suit.
Your skill is unparalleled.
The tailor's not just a cute moniker.
Do you have a suit bag that I could put this in?
Of course. He bags it for you. You'll find that it fits to your liking. I've also put a pocket in the inner left breast. Anything fist size or smaller should be fairly undetectable inside of it. Unless you know what you're looking for.
You're a wonder of the world. I'll be sure to come back and update my wardrobe.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to it.
Shall we? We're running short on time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
Most definitely. Do y'all have rides, or do you need to take a ride in my truck?
Maccabee will very much like walk up to Cinder or to Dredge and just kind of like grab him at the collar and be like, I'm always happy to take a ride in your truck, and walk away.
God, he will roll his eyes. So, ugh.
Yes.
But yeah, Dredge will turn and follow.
I think Ivy would need a ride. I don't think she's the type to own a vehicle if it's not electric, and probably just prefers public transportation.
Beautiful.
Cinder changes forms into Grover and is immediately hanging onto some keys. Is like, you're in luck. My subcompact's parked out front.
Okay. Sure.
Speaking of lint rollers, you might need one. There's probably some cat fur in there.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
It's only grease in my ride. I'll just say with a shrug.
So you're
Take
riding
your choice.
shotgun. Let's do this.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, you're such a charmer.
Race.
Right.
Age before beauty, he says as he immediately bolts out the door.
All
Ivy
right,
just
so-
walks out the door. It's like, I don't know. Whatever. People are weird.
It's starting to get dark downtown already at this point. And as you head outside, you head out to your cars. A little bit of rain is beginning to fall around you, as it is always in Vancouver. I'd say this time of year, but almost any time of year, except for that brief dry spell that it kind of settles in around July. And the rain is kind of coming down all around you. Your car is still there. Now it's getting a nice wash. All of the city grime is coming off it. It's beginning to get kind of dark outside at this point. It's still pretty early in spring. So.
Dredge will take a moment to enjoy the rain, and then like just literally just stretch his arms, just roll his shoulders a little bit, and then kind of fall into that kind of normal like Vancouverite posture, as it's kind of being like right, but inside, oh, love it.
Maccabee has
All right.
a very large, very nice umbrella.
Ivy
so-
has a toque.
Do you all head into the truck? Are you walking? What's going on?
I think Ivy's going with Grover.
Yeah, Grover's
Yeah.
not leaving his car in this neck of the woods. He wants to keep it within throwing distance.
Are you guys racing to see who can get there first?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Maccabee will grab a free one of the like free papers and like set it on the seat in Dredge's car before she gets in.
Nice. Okay. So hopping in, I want to get... so drivers, please do me a favor, make me a wits and streetwise roll for 6 o'clock downtown Vancouver driving.
Oh, dang. I
just did this the other day. It's
Yes.
not fun.
Do it at a
man.
-2, please.
I'm down to no dice.
Okay, let's see if you can actually
I
get there.
choose to critically fail?
You gotta roll your chance dice, but you can dramatically fail if you fail.
Oh, okay. I thought... Oh, okay.
So a chance dice is a 1 or a 10. Did you get a 10?
9. No, I got a 1 success.
No. Only on a chance dice, only 1 or a 10 succeeds.
Oh,
So
in
it's
which
only,
case I'll
only a
critically
10
fail.
succeeds. Okay,
God
so take a
damn
beat.
it, James.
Oh boy.
Why not?
It's nice knowing you, Krista. I always figured I'd
Yep.
die in Richmond, but you know.
Fun run,
hey.
guys.
Yeah, shark game, shark game.
3 successes.
Navigation
3
check.
successes?
It's not
All
gonna
right.
be that
So,
bad.
Grover
So
is
you-
so used to this car.
so you try to race him over there, and in doing so, end up getting stuck in a turn lane.
Beep, beep.
Come on! Like, I'm probably
it-
giving someone the finger out the window.
And Grover's just going to drive right past you. Just... All right. So, yeah. So, Grover and Miss Void, you're going to get there about 10 minutes before them.
Oh no.
So, driving down, you are going to be able to find... driving down Mr. Cinder, Grover is going to be able to find a place to park right along Burrard Street next to like a yakiniku house, like Japanese barbecue.
Oh, look at this. Parallel parking. My favorite.
You're going to do great with that drive, with that streetwise roll. Like, it's a big, broad
One
spot.
handing it.
You know what? There's
Oh.
even like 80 minutes left on the meter.
Man, life is so
This is
good.
like the one part of the city where there's actually a meter and not like one of those like ambiguous pay for a spot in a machine things.
Yeah.
So congrats.
Oh, open up the glove box. I need to pay back karma. You probably you pop it open and inside there's a bunch of those little plastic fancy feast dinners. So he grabs like a couple of those and puts them in his pocket. Guarantee
Alright.
you, we'll
Oh,
find a
man.
friend and we'll be eating good tonight.
All right. So as you head over, you can see that it's this little alley, kind of located between Robson Street and Alberni Street. It looks like every alley that you've ever seen in a CW show or anything that's been filmed in Vancouver. It's broken, kind of repatched pavement going down about a kilometer between these massive buildings, these back entrance loading docks. It's got a string of power lines along the left-hand side, a bunch of people illegally parked, dumpsters, green and blue, flanking left and right, and tons and tons of places for people to kind of hide out of the way. About on the corner right next to this kind of like black awning for a nearby building, for a nearby business, looks like a Cartier or some other type of fashion emporium. You are going to see that on the corner here is a little pile of candles and flowers and even a teddy bear that has been completely soaked with rain. One of its eyes is kind of bulging as the stuffing absorbs the water.
Well, this looks like the place. I guess the others are stuck in traffic.
Do you wait
Yeah.
for them?
Guess so.
You know what? I'm just gonna get a quick phone call in here. Don't mind me. And
Okay.
and Grover's gonna look around to see if anyone's looking. at him.
No, visit Vancouver. Nobody gives a shit about anybody.
And change forms into Haley and give that call back to that weird phone call that she got earlier.
Was that from, that was from Mrs. Wen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was it Jade or Kendra that called you?
I believe it was Jade.
Okay.
Or,
Sounds good.
I will hit return on that call, and hopefully someone will pick up.
Hello?
Hello. You had called me earlier?
Yes, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to call you during bad hours. I'm just a little frantic.
Yes, I understand. Well, this is why we all keep business hours, but, that's why I had to call you back. So, how can I help you?
I think my sister's in some trouble.
Go on.
She started dating this man a while ago, an older man, and I knew he was in a bit of trouble, or he was a bit of trouble. I'm sorry, I'm really scattered. I think that he's into some bad stuff, like running drugs. She hasn't been answering her phone recently, and she recently missed a party we were supposed to go to together for our grandmother, and I'm really worried about her. I went by her house and her apartment, and the door was open. The place was... It was like... It was messy, like in one of those movies.
Did you call the authorities?
Yeah, I'm on a... Kendra's had a bunch of run-ins with the law, and when I called, they said that she was probably just out on a bender or something. They sent a uniform by, but they said that it looked like junky shit.
Yeah, I'm used to that kind of response from them. So, okay, you know the website that you went to get this number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's an email attached to that. I need you to... Can you find a picture of your sister and email it to me? And any other details that you can recall. I need to get a starting point. Don't worry about names. You don't have to put any names in there. Just, I need a photo and any of the details.
Sure. I'll send that immediately. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mrs. Reiser. Miss Reiser? Miss. Sorry. Ms.?
Just call me Haley.
Thank you, Haley.
I will take a look at this, and I'm going to do a little preliminary work. Can I call you back later?
Yes, this is my cell phone.
Okay. I will give you a call back as soon as I can.
Thank you so much.
Just send me that information as quickly as you can.
I'll do it right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Click. And she'll hang up. And as you hang up, Kelle, what is Ivy doing? What is Mrs. Void doing, or Ms. Void doing, as Mr. Cinder takes this call? Kind of steps into like a little blocked area of the alley, switches bodies where nobody can see.
Yeah, Ivy's probably just going to go down the alley and see what she can find.
Okay.
Looking for anything embedded. She's probably, like looking for any. What's the when you're looking for things that are out in the real world that you can only see through through filters on your phone or whatever.
Anything augmented, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Augmented. Any AR.
So what I'd like you to do is make me an intelligence and investigation roll.
Okay.
And you'll get one roll off before everybody else shows up.
Intelligence is 1, 2, 3. Investigation is 2. Oh, I got two 10s. Hang on.
Yep, those reroll.
And a 9. So 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. So, looking around, you're going to see that a little bit further off down the alleyway. So, like the little vigil is at the corner of the alley, but further inside of it, there is a bit of tape kind of walling off. It's honestly would be pretty easy to miss. It's on the other side of a dumpster, and it's been kind of walled off with like traffic pylons. But one of them has been tipped over and squashed by van tires from the looks of it. A piece of this tape is actually just like flapping free in the wind. And as you walk over on the other side of this dumpster, you are going to see that there is about a 6-foot-long smear of blood embedded in the side of the brick face there, as well as this huge gouge at about 2 feet up. The dumpster as well is actually completely indented on one side, or at least as much as could be done by what looks like a vehicular collision. It looks like whatever hit him hard, smashed him into the wall, and dragged him into the dumpster.
Okay.
It is absolutely gruesome. The blood is still there kind of in the mortar. A lot of it has been washed off, but there is still that like deep red streak that looks like it came from probably like a car bumper of some kind.
Okay.
And you'll see that like there's bits of like discoloration along the wall.
Viscera. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Viscera and maybe something else. Maybe paint or something. All right.
Oh, I was hoping for bone, but I'll take paint.
You know what? I'll roll for bone.
Okay.
Yeah, there's probably a little bit of bone. Some bone meal at this point.
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
now with that, you're going to keep...
It's not that important for DNA. We know who it is. It's fine. But yeah, Ivy would be interested in the paint because she could dark web that.
Totally. All right. Christa, what are you asking about?
Before we arrive, may I make 2 phone calls while we are stuck in traffic?
You absolutely may.
Fantastic. Oh God, what's her name? The woman who works for me. Okay, sorry.
Oh, Jackie Koski, Daphne's assistant. It's literally right there, non-binary.
Beautiful. Yes, so Daphne is going to call Jackie.
Okay. Jackie will answer immediately. Yes, boss?
I need you to stop with Lona on this one. I need you to pull up anything you can find. Video would be perfect of a hit and run on Ellie Lane. Is that what it? Ihu, sorry. Along Ihu Lane.
Ihu Lane.
Yeah,
okay.
dash cam footage 3 nights ago.
I can do that. I'll see what I can do. There's a bunch of businesses in that area that probably have some footage as well. How legal are we getting with this?
As long as you don't get caught.
Okay, that legal. Understood. Well, the Wolford Boutique's right there, so there should definitely be some security footage around the street at least. I'll see what I can come up with. And it's right across the street from a Shoppers and a Victoria's Secret. Yeah, there's going to be cameras.
Wonderful. Let me know what you find.
Of course. Sounds good.
Screaming in the background.
Yeah, have a nice one.
I'll do my best. And then she's gonna kind of is this a bench seat truck, or is this a bucket seat truck?
Oh, I think it's a bucket seat truck.
Okay, bucket seat truck.
Okay, maybe I don't know the definition, right? Like
so a bench seat won't move. Bucket seats will have like reclining.
It's the bench seats are crappier. It's a bench seat. This is a crappy truck.
Yeah, it's a crappy truck. Yeah, okay.
In that case, Daphne will look to Dredge in his explosive manner and say,
Can you believe
"Excuse
people
me.
in this city?
Hey, fuck
Excuse
you,
me a
buddy!
moment."
What? Fuck you, you
Hey, fuck you!
Go on
Fuck your mother!
tirade.
Fuck your mother!
She will lean down into Dredge's lap and come back up as Emmett.
Yeah, that happened.
I think Dredge is driving along. He will look down, look up, and just, like.
And there's like a 12-year-old girl riding shotgun in her mom's car, sucking on his lollipop. That goes, and just kind of stares at you as this guy comes out of your lap.
He's not so crass as to. Daphne would wipe her lip. Emmett wouldn't. Emmett will make a phone call to Navi.
Hello?
I don't know if she's. Yeah, I guess this would be a little later, so she's probably at home.
This is like she's on her way home in traffic, probably.
Yeah.
Hello. You'll hear kind of coming
hi.
over like a car speaker. Hi, how's it going?
Not too terrible. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Yeah, hold on. Say hi, kids. Hi, Emmett. You'll hear a couple of kids chime up.
Hey there, kiddos.
What can I do for you? Do I need to put on the Bluetooth for this?
No, not nearly so bad.
We got McDonald's!
I hope you both got the best toys.
I got a coloring book.
That's creativity. That's the best toy you can get.
I miss the plastic. Go on.
There was an accident recently, and a youth pastor for
Are you
the
okay?
sacred.
Oh, okay.
No, not me. Someone else. There was a pastor that was in a hit and run. I was wondering if maybe we could reach out and provide some, not financial support, but financial support in maybe helping them with the books of, bringing in a new pastor and everything is always a bit of, they're probably holding ceremonies and stuff for him, so maybe we can run the books for them. Can be our charitable work this month.
Yeah, sure. I could probably do something like that. Can you just forward me the details and I'll guess I can reach out when I get home. I got to finish up a couple of files anyway, so I'll leave some messages.
That's all I could ask for.
Yeah, no, I got it. Just text me the name and the details and I'll take care of it, okay?
Will do. Thanks again.
Bye, Emmett! Bye, Emmett!
Bye, kids.
You're not going to tell your mom that you click.
Your approach is complicated as fuck.
All right, so with that, you're not going to be able to find parking, but it is just an alley here that you're going to see. You're going to see one of Mr. Cinder's covers standing at the edge of.
Okay. If there's
Alright,
some garbage cans that don't
This
look
looks like
too,
a work truck. Just pull in.
structurally objective, I'll just kind of like shove them out
There are
of the way.
plenty of places to pull over inside of this alley. Like this is
Cool.
this is a working alley and it's after hours. So long as enforcement doesn't drive by, and it probably won't unless I'm being really mean, you should be fine.
Cool.
So, Grover, or for me, Haley, as you're looking around, Mr. Cinder, that truck is finally going to come in, pulling up kind of beside you.
Haley's probably just finishing up the phone call and holds a thumb out like she's trying to hitch a ride.
Chuckle and hop out of the car when you stop.
Yep, climber out as well.
Worst
So we
driving
find the spot
service
yet?
ever. Yeah, I think it's just over there.
And as you say that, further down the way, you're going to see, like, from behind a dumpster, Ms. Void is going to step back and kind of notice you coming down the alley.
Oh, yeah, it's down here. It's pretty bad. Am I able to grab a sample of the paint?
Yeah. Do you have like a pocket knife or something, or?
I probably do.
Haley would pull out a switchblade.
Well, I think, honestly, I think Ivy would be like me and have her Leatherman tool. I mean, girl, saboteurs have to be prepared.
All right, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, for like, splicing cables or whatnot. So yeah, she's got tools for that. So yeah.
Okay. So you are going to see that there's like a big streak of like white paint along the side of the wall there, as well as like some rubber traces from like a rubber cornered bumper.
I probably don't need to take a sample of the rubber, but I'll just note that it was a rubber bumper.
Damn, they leaned into this guy when they hit him.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the
anything-
chances are this whole thing was just to off the youth pastor? Like, has nothing to do with Hour at all.
Being that the attaché he had was taken, might have been a robbery gone wrong, but seems like a lot for stealing someone's purse.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're walking around this place.
Isn't it?
No, even down here, I mean, most of the crimes committed down here are by people who know each other. And this is, this is something that they definitely intended to do. Question, is there any paint transfer or anything on the dumpster that was damaged? Anything different from the wall?
About the same, actually.
Okay. So
There
I'm
is
not gonna
like a
worry
little
about
streak
that.
of white on it.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about it.
But what I'd like is anybody else who... So you've used your first successes up. So what we're going to do now is we are going to enter investigation mode, if you'd like. If you have any powers you'd like to activate, you can do that as well. But first, we're going to use the investigation system out of the book. And the way that it's going to work is we're going to try to establish... we're going to try to find some clues or some hints. So it has been raining here. There has been a bit of difficulty here. So I'm going to give you a -3 on whatever roll this is to find the rest of the clues that are present. But you can use any skill that you think would be appropriate to find clues here. So, and this will just cover like the next like half hour to hour of time. So this could be like you go canvas for any of the homeless that are around the area. You go and check with some of the local shops and ask if they heard anything. It sounded like this was like in like the pretty early hours of the morning that this happened. Like you'd say that the police or the obituary said he was struck the morning of. So probably like offie hours or earlier, baker's hours. Christa.
Is there a way to like look at infrastructure?
If it is present.
Yeah, so is there a way to like, do we just know it's there?
You just automatically see it.
Okay,
If
so
it's
we
there.
don't see any of that here.
You don't see any of that here presently.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm going to go off and try to see if I could go talk to some of the homeless people around here.
Okay.
I'm going to go grab some,
you have cigarettes?
grab my thermos of coffee from the truck, so I have something to offer them. Maybe a couple of like granola bars and stuff like that, and then I'm going to go have a casual stroll around.
Honestly, take cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. I actually have some of those.
Okay. So everybody assemble
Should
your
I-
dice pool.
Should I go with you? I'm pretty persuasive.
Sure. Not like I'm not, but sure, why not?
Okay, so if you two are going to go together and do a teamwork roll, what we're going to do is we're going to set up your teamwork roll first. So, who has the larger pool?
Pool for this would be
Probably
What, like-
presence and streetwise could do it. Presence and persuasion would probably be a good one.
I got 5 in both those.
Okay. And that's so 2 with the -3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cigarettes will bring that up to a 3.
Do you got anything better than that there, Cinder?
Yeah, I have a power called You Can Tell Me.
Okay.
I can use my manipulation and empathy, and they get their composure and resistance against it, so that'll figure out how many dice I'm rolling.
Okay.
And basically anything they say or text has to come out as the truth. They cannot lie to us, or anything that's perceived as lying just comes out as the truth in their statement.
So let's do this in a different way then. So why don't we get Mr. Dredge? You make me the roll to begin with. So you're 3 dice to find somebody who Mr. Cinder can use that power on, who has good info. Okay, so that's what you're going to be rolling for, and then we're going to see how many clues we have there. So you have 3 dice on that, unless you spend a willpower. Yep. What do you got?
I got 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. So that's 1 clue. So, Mr. Cinder, we're going to check in with you in just a second on this, because you're going to have a little bit of a narrative scene. Miss Maccabee and Ms. Void, what are you doing to check the area?
Kelle, do you have anything?
I was thinking that Ivy would probably go dark web to see if there's any other information available, any rumor sites or conspiracy theory sites that have the nugget of truth in them.
Okay. Kind of a tall order, thinking that there'd probably be something like that, but maybe. You could try.
Just
so
give me a scan for anything. Yeah.
Okay, give me an int and computers roll at that -3.
Mm-hmm.
And Ms. Maccabee, you could do an investigation roll. You could do what are you good at?
Mostly lying to people. No, but I do have some good investigation, and I have trained observer, so I get 9 agains on perception checks.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, if I can just build off of what Void has already found, and maybe do some looking in the garbage cans and seeing if there's any tracks of where this thing might have gone.
Okay, so go ahead and make me an int and investigation roll at a -3, but don't forget you can spend willpower for an extra 3 dice if you'd like.
I will do that.
And I have 1 success for that.
You have 1 success. Okay, so that's 1 more clue. Okay. And
God, I roll awful in this game. That's 1 success.
1 success. Okay.
Better than nothing.
Honestly, that's great. So you have 3 successes on this. So what you can do is at any point you can spend a clue to do the following. Okay. You can basically you'll get clues that will help you solve things. And once we pop into it, you can suggest things that are clues for this as well. So this is a collaborative system.
Right.
I know what the odds are, but that doesn't mean that you can't be like, well, maybe I find this. Maybe you do. Mm-hmm. Maybe you do. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut over to Dredge and Cinder as they are going around the area kind of looking for things. So profiling the area takes you about half hour. There's no end of people who are sheltering from the rain right now. And as you come up on some of them, you're going to see that there is a guy with a real thick beard, very kind of like muddy, dirty skin, Caucasian man, missing quite a few of his front teeth, kind of looks up at you. And after asking about a couple things, he'll say like, oh, I didn't see anything, but, Dana did. Dana's around the corner, and he'll, for a pack of smokes, will lead you over to a woman who is about about 50 years old, very scrawny with kind of like bat wings under her arms, wearing a like very, very flabby underarms, like she's lost a lot of weight recently, wearing a tank top and a very threadbare sleeveless jacket, like a denim jacket, sitting under some of these phone poles at the end of the alley there, begging for change. She's got a guitar case out and is kind of strumming on 4 remaining strings on this guitar.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.
I'll like shake his hand.
Oh, hey. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate the smokes.
Enjoy 'em, man.
Yeah. Hey, you got a light? I don't got a...
Sure, I'll pull out like one of those cheap, like disposable, like lighters.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Not sure if it still works, but it's all yours, man.
Yeah. No, that's it. He'll flick it a couple times. Oh, God, oh, shit, rain. And he'll head off. And you'll hear Dana laying there on the street, kind of leaning up against the wall, strumming on the guitar, kind of half-heartedly. Nobody's really paying attention.
I'll come wandering over. I'll just kind of like kneel down beside her. Hey, you Dana?
Yeah, I'm Dana. How's it going?
Hi, I'm Simon. Listen, I was informed by a big bearded fellow over there that you might have seen something
Reggie.
that might have happened. Yeah, Reggie told me about something that you might have seen something happen around the corner. Youth pastor? Well, I'm not sure if you knew him, but the guy got run over, hit by a wall over there.
Oh, he didn't get hit
Guys.
by a wall. He got hit by a big skookum truck.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. Anyway, he was a friend of mine, and that's kind of wanted to find out what was going on. And if there's anything you see that you saw that might help me figure this out, I'd really appreciate it.
I
mean, I can give you something. He'll like pull out his wallet and pull out like a 20.
Yeah. Okay. I'll. Sure. Okay. So while she's kind of looking up, Mr. Cinder, are you going to do anything?
Yeah, I'm kind of standing a few feet back and just kind of looking the other direction, not really engaged, but kind of overhearing the entire thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you going to use You Can Tell Me? Was that part of your plan?
Yeah, if she starts spilling information, then probably come forward and start paying more attention. But if she doesn't start spilling, then there's not much point.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I was out there a couple of nights ago, and I was trying to get some sleep, because I've been over at a friend's place, and they didn't really have much room anymore. So it was getting pretty warm, so they didn't feel too bad about asking me to leave. But so I was trying to get some sleep, and then I heard this sounded like a car backfiring, and then this squealing noise, and I looked up, and this van, it came out of nowhere and just plowed into this guy, and it was pretty quick. I don't think he felt it. It was pretty early in the morning though, so I didn't really see much. Sorry about your friend.
Haley's probably gonna wheel about. And I thought you said it was a truck, not a van. Are you sure?
I mean,
maybe. And she'll rest a hand on her shoulder. I mean, you probably have better recollection. I mean, you can tell me. and then I'm good to use my ability.
All right. So you can tell me, what is the power set for that? What do you need to know?
I need to know what your composure is, because that's
Her
essentially
composure is 2.
Okay, so I lose 2 dice, and I'm rolling 7, so 5 now.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2.
Okay.
Let me double check the success. You can tell me success. If successful, the subject must speak the truth for the remainder of the scene. It can be activated reflexively as the subject speaks. The subject halts their speech mid-sentence if necessary and begins speaking the truth as well as they understand it.
Yeah, it was a van. I mean, I said truck just, kind of as a catch-all, but no, it was a van. It was one of those worker vans, I think. Like a
city
painter's
van? A painter's van?
No, like one of those, like a workman's van, like one of those ones with like the paneling on the one without the windows on the side. I didn't see what like the name on it or anything was, but when it hit him, the back door came open and there was a guy in the back, and this can of paint came out. It didn't open or anything, so I took it and I tried to sell it, and I didn't get much for it. It was cobalt blue, but it was like house paint. There was this guy in the back, this young white boy with with his hair shaved, almost all the way up like a mohawk. He looked pretty freaked out, and then when they hit your friend, they started screaming, and it was 3 of them, and there was somebody in the back seat that was hurt, I think. I just remember seeing, I thought it was more paint, but I don't think it was paint all over the white boy's hands. I don't think it was a...
Did you see them do anything after they... Like, what happened after they hit them into the wall?
The white boy hopped out and checked the body and said that he's dead. Oh shit, we killed him. And then they said just grab anything, and they grabbed like a briefcase. And I think maybe so a gun off of him. I tried not to. I saw it looked like a gun, but it looked weird, like a water pistol. I don't want any trouble. That it's not safe to get into to people who do that kind of stuff. If people die, I don't want to get involved. That's why I moved down from the Yukon in the first place. I accidentally killed my cousin. I didn't mean to. You got to tell the truth.
Yeah. I think at this point,
is it killing if it was an accident? No. Like, I mean, it was just a car accident. We had a couple too many drinks.
Dredge is gonna get up as if he's kind of like frustrated and kind of forlorn. He's gonna just kind of like turn away for a second, kind of like cover his eyes, and then maybe like kind of pull up his hoodie over the rain, and just kind of step back from the conversation, give yourself some space. And I'm gonna activate. Now I'm not sure exactly how to do this. One of my body abilities. I have mind reading, so I just want to activate just that one quality.
Okay, you can absolutely do that. So how many qualities do you have total?
Like how many do I have total?
it's a compromise. You gain a bonus equal to the number of form abilities not being accessed for the transformation.
Okay, so I have +8 then.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like I said, I don't think he needs this one. So you're going to do cover plus. So you're going to do a cover roll,
Okay.
or compromise roll. So let's.
Yeah,
look
this
that
is the
up
one
real
I
quick.
wasn't sure exactly what how a compromise roll works.
So basically, it's like a paradox roll almost in many ways.
Okay.
So compromised agency. Compromise 113.
Because I have an ability that can shield viewers' minds called Occam's Razor. So they will basically, if they see anything weird, they will come up with an explanation that fits their reality, not what they actually see. So I don't
That's
know if
really
that'll... Yeah, I don't... Because it basically gives you additional cover points. So I don't know if that'll help as well.
Okay. Are you going to inform Mr. Cinder before you do this?
I don't think I know he can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. Look here.
So what you're going to do is you're going to make a wits and manipulation roll.
Okay.
And what's your cover rating? 7?
My cover is 7. So I got
Okay, so
+1 on it.
wits and manipulation plus 9.
Okay. Oh my god, that's a lot of dice.
If you fail this, you're going to automatically botch.
Oh yeah, wits. So sorry, it was wits and what?
Wits and composure, or pardon me, wits and manipulation plus 9.
Okay. So that's 15 dice.
No.
Okay. I got 1,
Just a
I've
cool
got more coming
15.
in. 2, 3.
Okay.
So that's then 3 more. I've got 4.
You got 4? Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going to be spooked by the close call. So you can choose to do one of two things. You can either take a condition, as you kind of pull this out and kind of are a little bit spooked by it, or whatever, or you can take a temporary glitch.
I'll take a temporary glitch. That sounds fun.
Okay. All right. So reaching out with your mind, what you are going to do? Give me a glitch idea. So you're gonna have a temporary glitch. You have your hood up.
Yeah.
Okay, so a temporary glitch is going to be, what's your premium rating?
1.
Okay, so for the next scene, you are going to have like a little bit of electricity arcing over your skin.
Okay.
So you're going to be like, you're going to hum a little bit when you touch somebody, but in darkness, you're going to have a slight glow around you, like you're backlit even when you're in shadow.
Okay. Sure. A little bit of electric halo. Okay.
Yeah,
A little
so
bit of check-off radiation. Nice.
a little bit of check-off
Little
radiation.
check-off?
So you're
Yeah.
So you're going to activate that, and you're going to read her mind. So, is there any roll for this, or does it just automatically happen?
It is wits plus subterfuge minus resolve as an extended action.
She has a resolve of 1 presently,
Okay.
because she's had a real rough run, and it's kind of drained it from her.
Let's see here. So I am currently going to try to dig the memory of this out of her mind. So the successes is based on how deeply she's protecting it. It's page 204 if you want to see the chart.
Okay.
But like a forgotten memory is 2. A memory she's actively trying to hide is 3.
Yeah, you'd be probably 2 on this.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking for. Well, I guess it's an extended one, so I'll probably kind of stand off to the side for a minute, or, just look like I'm just kind of upset as I basically take some
Sorry
time.
about your friend. I didn't. He seemed like I didn't really get to meet him, but I'm sure he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a very precious person to me. Practically a brother.
Was he your brother too? She's gonna say to Mr. Cinder.
No.
Oh,
No, we just somebody I knew.
like that song. I can play that song if you want. For $5, I can play somebody you used to know. Or
You
I
only
can
have
play
4 strings. You can play 4-string guitar? That's like a ukulele.
I used to teach music back in the day, so I can do my best. If you got $5, I can play just about anything I've ever heard, or if you hum it, I'm pretty good.
I have the necessary successes within a 2-minute window.
All right, sounds good. So you are going to get a snapshot of this. You're going to suddenly get a flash memory, and inside of her head, you're going to see she kind of looks up at you, Mr. Cinder, and her eyes are going to kind of glaze over for a second. And as that, it is early morning, not quite light out. Just the sky is getting that kind of like grayish white hue that happens right before dawn downtown. Rain is buffeting down all around in like thick sheets of mist. And you are going to like feel your eyes open, Mr. Dredge, as you hear the sound of like tap, 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 hard-soled shoes moving at a brisk pace down the street, down the alley. You sit up from a covered alleyway where you've got a couple of umbrellas propped up to keep the rain off you, and like a little kind of lean-to made out of cardboard boxes and plastic sheet. And looking up, you're going to hear what is this horrible, like, echoing popping sound. It sounds kind of like a car backfiring, or maybe a gunshot. And you're gonna push out from between these umbrellas and see this guy like hurry his pace kind of toward the edge of the alley where the little vigil is set up. And as that happens, suddenly out of nowhere, this van is going to swerve into the alley and smear him against the wall. You hear this horrible sound of wet rubber, like the driver probably tried to brake and instead just threw more inertia into him. And this horrible slam sound as it drags him and slams him directly into this dumpster. The back door is going to fly open. You're going to see this white dude with a huge full sleeve tattoo of what looks like probably a really shitty version of a raven or an eagle on it. His hands are covered in blood. This bucket of blue paint's gonna hit the ground and go duk 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 duk, and kind of roll and begin spinning around in the center of the alley, somehow not coming open in spite of the impact. There's a bunch of screaming inside. There is a woman in the passenger seat you can kind of see with dark hair. You can see that in the driver's seat there's a guy with also dark hair. It's a little too dark to really make out any features, but their voices are all young, and you can see that there's a lump in the back of the van laying on the ground. It could be tarp, it could be a body for all you know. With that, they say there's a bunch of screaming. Oh my god, we hit somebody, what are we gonna do? Just check the body, see if he's alive. The white kid hops out the back, checks the body. He's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. Just take anything you can get. Just take any identifying information. Anything. Holy shit, what the fuck? And grabs this silver attaché case. And what the fuck? You hear him say as he picks up, it looks like a water pistol. Made of bone? It looks like what a water pistol would look like if it were designed by H.R. Giger.
Okay.
And as he picks it up, it kind of hums slightly. And you think that's some type of gadget. He pockets a couple things from the guy's body, looks back, locks eyes with you. You didn't see shit. He yells at the alley and hops back in the van, and they peel ass.
Do I see any sort of design on the side of the thing, or like license plate?
Unfortunately, the car is going to round the corner, or the van is going to round the corner before they actually shut the back doors. They're in such a panic, so you're not going to get a look at that.
All right. I got a good look at the tattoos, though, so I could go take a look at those. Okay.
The guy looks kind of like Skeet Ulrich, if you know who that is. He looks like he'd be one of the killers in the
Loves
Scream
Skeet
movie.
Ultra.
Scrawny white dude with
Looks like
with
someone
a
they
real
really wanted to make happen, but just looks like too much of a douche.
Eddie Furlong.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna go back to reality, snap back to reality. Oh, there comes gravity.
Oh, did I get a look at the type of paint it was?
This is house paint.
Just house paint? Okay.
Just house paint. All right, so you're gonna snap back at that point, and we're gonna cut over to the others here. Where are you going to hop onto the dark web? Are you just gonna go like find a nearby like cafe? Are you going to go and like just kind of hunker down in the car?
Yeah, I think Ms. Void, Ivy's just gonna find someplace where she can grab some Wi-Fi, and she's got a pretty souped up. It looks like an old mini laptop. It doesn't look like it should be able to do much, but she's rebuilt it completely, and it's a very powerful little machine. So she can actually find a lot of stuff, with just this little mini rig that she's got.
Okay. So pulling that up, you're going to kind of just like hop on the dark web, look for this kind of location and see if there's anything around here. And you are going to start seeing that there is a number of little reports, not of like this murder or this death or anything like that, but you are going to see that there is a notice on there to stay away from that area, and to not buy any drugs from that area, because a lot of the drugs that have been found there recently have been heavily laced with fentanyl.
Okay.
And they think that somebody is probably dealing out of that area, or is doing something around there, some type of trade-offs. A lot of people are saying that, yeah, we think we've seen triads in the area. We've seen like, oh yeah, people fuck around there at night. Like, it's a really high scale area, so like everybody kind of plays nice, but no, it's not worth it, man. Like, just don't go there. It's all these, these triads are like poisoning our drugs. It's even in the pot now. That's why you got to grow your own. So you'll be able to see that. Looks like probably some triad activity around there, and quite a few different sources that say that, the triads absolutely are kind of working out of that area. So you'll find that stuff. And Maccabee, as you are kind of doing a quick search around with investigation, you are going to notice that you almost don't notice it because of the amount of rain. But there are a couple of squealed tire tracks that look like, if you correct for a little bit of hydroplaning, they go right into this parking garage, this underground parking garage about 30 feet down in the alley. Kind of like about 60 feet down in the alley, I should say, because the dumpster's about 30 feet down. So it looks
open?
like it is in fact open right now, because it is only about 7 o'clock in the evening.
I think Emmett will head down.
Okay. So it is, let me just check this thing. Okay, so you're going down as Emmett.
Yeah.
So it's just a typical like Robson lot. So looking into this, you can see that it is open right now. It's this little side parking lot that has like a drop cage, like an overhead garage cage. It is open at the moment though. So as you are approaching, it looks like a Buick is leaving it at the moment.
Okay.
So you can try to sneak in if you want.
He'll walk in and kind of like give the guy a like one of those like, oh my god, thank you for opening the door, I forgot my keys kind of look.
Actually, pardon one sec. I'm fucking wrong again. It is, I'm the worst with maps. Fucking hell.
So good.
Fucking hell.
Stick with it. Stick with this. This is good.
No, I like it better where it's an open parking garage for what I want. So,
Fair.
but there is a guy I know how to make this better. We're gonna back up. We're gonna go. Okay. All right. So, looking down, it's just like a typical Robson's lot, like a way down, a way back up, and one of those arms on the way out, with like a booth down there.
Mm-hmm.
And right now there's a Sikh man sitting down inside of the booth right now, big bushy like black beard, and kind of like a very, very stylish like purple turban, sitting there playing on his phone, probably about 30 years old.
Okay.
So
walk
you
on
can
by.
easily walk down there.
Yeah.
He looks up at you, gives you a nod, and goes back to playing Tower Defense 26.
Perfect. He's gonna go do a couple of laps, and I presume this isn't a terribly big lot. So he's gonna look if there is a van still there.
There is not still a van there, no.
Okay. I'm gonna walk back to the guy in the booth and do a quick knock on the window.
He'll slide it over. Yeah. How can I help you?
Hi. My son stole my work truck, and I'm just trying to figure out if he parked it. He came home drunk, said he didn't remember where he parked it. I'm trying to backtrack for him. How long have you been on shift?
Today? Since about noon?
Okay, this would have been like first thing in the morning. Actually, sorry, this was a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
This was a couple of days ago. It was like 3 days ago.
Apologies. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I've been looking for
It's been
this
a month
stupid
since we
thing.
last recorded.
Yeah. I've been looking for this thing for days. Did you work was first thing 3 days ago.
He's gonna kind of like narrow his eyes a little at you when he kind of like does the math in his head and goes, "Oh, that's the day of the." And he's gonna like, kind of narrow his eyes. Can you make me a manipulation and subterfuge roll?
Let's hope so.
Okay.
I'm not sweet talking him, so I'm not getting my bonus.
Nope, not sweet talking him.
Manipulation.
And let's do it.
subterfuge.
So let's do it at a -3 for his composure.
Okay, can I use a willpower?
You absolutely can use a willpower. Yeah, totally.
Awesome. It's not a 15 dice pool, but it's not bad.
Well, I mean, you know,
Ooh,
it is what it is.
there's one cocked. Nope. And 110.
Okay, good.
One success. Good lord, I need to... You know what? I'm gonna eat one of my D10 candies to threaten these guys into being better.
Okay, so looking at him, he's gonna kind of look you up and down and be like, "Did you file a police report, or you know?"
I have, and they are doing shit all about it, as is typical, I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah. Trust me, it's yeah, I know. Yeah, I was working a couple of days ago. We actually there was an accident a couple of days ago, so it was a pretty quiet day. What kind of
happened?
van? Just some guy got hit and ran in the alleyway. It happens sometimes. You get a lot of people sleeping around here. That's why we have to be on shift until pretty late.
Right. Yeah, it was like a white... Well, I guess I don't actually know what it is. God, I gotta make something up that would be believable. Can there have been maybe some video footage that came through in time?
You know what? What's your? Do you have
Roll me
them as a
luck.
contact or an ally?
They're my staff.
What level staff is that?
2.
Okay, so
Uh-oh. Double ones?
I rolled 2 ones.
The entirely wrong video?
The entirely wrong video is going to see like some footage of the alleyway of like 2 Honda Civics drag racing out of that parking lot.
Beautiful. Would have been like it's a Honda Civic. Newer one.
Is your work car?
Yeah. Krista
Okay,
fucked up. Okay, Krista fucked up.
That's okay. We're
I'm
going
sorry.
with
I'm taking so many notes from their conversation.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's funny this way. So he'll
yes,
like
no,
kind of like.
it makes sense. Yeah, I'm a traveling rep.
Okay, like, sir, sorry to ask, why do you think it's in our garage?
Well, I've checked about 3 others down the road. This is about my midpoint. He said he remembered a couple of bars in the area that he went to, so this is just one of my stops.
Okay, let me just check my binder, okay? 1 second. And he'll shut the window. You'll see he pulls out like a big binder, starts flipping through it.
Yeah.
A minute later, he'll kind of shut it and like open the slider. We've got a couple of cars here that are paid up, but we've got nothing that's like been abandoned as far as we can tell. Everybody's been either they've got their ticket on the dash or something like that. So either he was responsible and has a ticket on the dash, but like nobody's just like abandoned their car here. And I've only got a couple of Civics here. And what color did you say it was? Because I've got a red one and I've got a gray one. I don't think that matches the description you gave me. So good news, bad news.
Yeah. Do you guys? I mean, no offense, but the area, is possible it got stolen?
Always a chance. We do monitor 24-hour. I'm morning and afternoons though. So you could call the company's number and he'll hand you a Rogers parking card.
That's fantastic. You guys probably keep like video footage and stuff like that, right? I can ask them to look for that car. Because maybe you pulled in and drove out again.
The video footage can be a little sketchy. This is kind of an older garage, but we usually, we've got one here. He points kind of directly above head. So yeah, smile, I guess. But yeah, we got that covered. So yeah, give a call and give the police that info if they want to check it out. We can try to get some of that footage for them.
That's perfect. I will add it to their stack of garbage, I'm sure. Appreciate it.
Hey, sorry about your car,
for
sir.
a handshake. Gosh, no
yeah,
problem.
and he'll kind of like hand you a fist bump. Sorry,
Slightly awkwardly in that kind of dad way.
COVID, he says, and he's gonna kind of go squirt out some hand sanitizer, rub it on it. You want some?
Sure.
Have a nice
Have a
day.
great one.
Have a nice evening.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
so,
head back to Void.
all right. So you'll find where Ms. Void is kind of out and around, and I think that about this time, your other 2 companions are going to round back around the corner, walk down the remainder of the alley, and kind of reconvene in this little alcove next to this like garage door, right next to this parking garage.
Well, what'd we find?
Well, we got to the head of a lady who was homeless lady who was camping out right over there. She saw the whole thing. Didn't get a license plate or anything like that, but I got a good look at the people inside, and they grabbed the case and some gadgets. But by the sounds of it, I think I might have actually been right. I'm not sure they intended to do this. They were panicked as hell. They killed the guy. They looked like they were trying to cover their asses, but could be wrong.
What kind of vehicle?
Painter's van, and I'll give a breakdown of the design.
Fucking Jackie. Start rapidly texting.
Oh, now they roll 2 successes.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what you were looking for. You didn't give me. I figured, like, I've only got cameras going out of the place. Like, this is the Victoria's Secret. They almost hit a guy. That's pretty close.
Oh, too funny. Does she manage? She manages to find a shot of.
They will. They're gonna keep looking at it.
Okay. She on Daphne's phone will text the description that Dredge and Cinder got. Look for this vehicle specifically.
So a few minutes later, as you're just kind of sitting around, there will be a buzz, and they will text back a single frame of this panel van kind of zooming by with the word Kinder painting on the side of it.
He will show it to everybody. That look about right?
And as that occurs, Mr. Cinder, your pocket will go ping as you receive an email.
I will pull it out and take a look at it.
Oh, it's that submission from Jade Wen, full of different photos and things like that.
Oh, perfect. Now we'll start flipping through the different photos. Pretty much like putting them all into the memory banks.
Sounds good, because of course demons have eidetic memory, so they remember everything they see. You're going to see that Kendra is an attractive woman of Chinese descent, around her about 20, 25, somewhere in that early age range. She's very ambiguously old. She's got some visible tattoos along her neckline and collarbone. Looks like she's definitely the more hardcore of the siblings. Has like this kind of like swirling like dragon motif going down one arm. A lot of pictures of her like smoking, dressed like she's going out to punk clubs, and in one of the photos there's like a really good face shot of her, and right over her shoulder as she's smiling you're seeing that some of her friends are hanging around, and you're going to see this big ass awful bird tattoo on the shoulder of one of her friends.
I will stop on that photo and pass it over to Mr. Dredge.
That is the exact same tattoo.
Sounds like the description.
That is exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to look through those photos. It seems like my little connection has connected a dot right there.
I will start flicking through them.
Yep, you're gonna see that it's kind of hard to tell, but looking at a couple like her, she has a pretty similar profile to the one in the passenger seat.
I only got a glimpse of her. Maybe from behind, can't be sure. Kim definitely. And yeah, there was one more, like might have been a body in the back of the car, in the back of the van. Can't be sure. It was covered.
Hey Void, do you want to take a look at see if you find anything on Kinder paint? I'm guessing it's just innocent, well, as innocent as a hit and run can be, but
sure. That's weird. There's warnings about triad activity and tainted drugs down here. I'm not sure what the connection with that is going to be. So that's
any bird relation?
As you're flipping through the documents, whoever's flipping through that email, either Mr. Cinder or Mr. Dredge, whoever's like looked through it, can make me an int and streetwise roll.
I probably would have passed the phone back.
Okay.
I'm rolling 6 dice for that, so.
Oh, nice.
Woohoo.
Do you have any specialties?
No, but I do have. Oh, come on.
Also,
So is
everybody
everyone-
remember?
I have a demonic mod for inhuman intelligence, which gives me +2 on my intelligence rolls.
If you want to do a compromised roll, you can do it to get that.
Absolutely.
Hey man, I rolled
Okay.
15 dice. Don't be too worried.
So
about
what's
it.
your how many modifications do you have total? So everything aside from inhuman intelligence.
As I rolled up from.
I think that James might have bought an extra couple, a character
Yeah,
creation.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
I
I
did
also have
too.
terrible form.
Okay, cool.
They're so juicy. I'm sorry.
They're great. This is a very powerful game.
Mine
I've
are all
got
just
it.
real obvious, so it's hard to use them.
I've got 8, including the inhuman intelligence.
Okay, so you're gonna
7.
roll, and you have a cover of 7.
Yes.
Okay, so roll me wits and manipulation plus 7. Pardon me, plus 8. Plus 8.
Just gotta mark willpower.
Wait, wits plus manipulation +8.
Yup.
Wits plus manipulation plus 8.
Wait, was it manipulation or was it? It was wits and composure for me.
No, it was manipulation. I said composure, but then I corrected myself.
Okay.
That's
I
like
don't-
16 dice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about it, James. We're still learning the
Oh,
system, so
same roll for me.
Okay,
Anyway,
cool.
it wouldn't have mattered.
cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So was everyone on their cell phone except for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
It's amazingly impolite to just be on your cell phones right now.
That's true. All right. How many successes did you get, Cinder?
7, 8, 9. Plus 2 more. Nothing on those. So I'm at 9.
9 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to activate it, and it's going to be so flawless that you not only manage to survive this compromise, but you're going to incorporate it into your cover and become stronger for it. So take a cover beat, or take a beat, cover or regular, so one that goes for anything or one that goes just for your cover, and gain a willpower point back if you've spent one.
No, I haven't. But man, if I do this in front of witnesses and then use Occam's razor, I'm going to be using like 2 more dice on top of that.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. I
It's,
love it. I love
yeah,
it.
that's nut bars.
Yeah.
Well, and if they're drunk, then they or drunk or high, you also get an extra dice because they're like, "Whoa, man!" All right, so go ahead and make me that improved intelligence and streetwise roll.
Six. Oops, dice. Two. 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wow. All except 1 dice was an 8, so that's 5.
5 successes. That's an exceptional success. You are going to see a photo. Like it's a badly cropped one, but it is like it is this young girl, it's Kendra Wen, and her and this older dude. He's a Chinese man, pushing his early 40s, and you are going to immediately recognize him. He looks just like this guy, Brendan Lum, who is a Chinese industrialist, first generation Chinese industrialist who came over here. This is his cousin, Marshall. Marshall Wen has been in the papers a couple times as being a bit of a thug. Well, not really the papers so much, but from your knowledge of street stuff, you know that he is another first generation triad guy. If if Brendan Lum is the cover, his cousin Marshall is the the actual mover and shaker behind the scenes. He's a good-looking dude, really fit, bit of a scar running down the side of his face, and looks tough as shit, to be honest. But like in that dangerous, sexy way. So it seems like she might have been getting it. What's that?
So he ain't shit. Bring him on.
He's got, you know, he's one of those guys that shows up with a hatchet, you know?
Yeah. Bitch, I show up with wings. What up?
Chop, chop.
I will relay all that information.
Which probably feeds into Ms. Void's conspiracy theories.
Yeah, which could explain why there's warnings about the triads.
A lot of these dots seem to be connecting themselves.
Mm-hmm. So it appears that your client's sister could be involved with the triads.
Looks like.
And if they have the case and the contents, that could be a problem.
Well, let's go find him. We have, what? We've been wasting about, what, like an hour and a half here or something?
Well,
Okay.
we need to find the
have too long
attaché
for that,
before anything.
Okay, Void is going to set up a not real complicated, but a multi-term, very distinct Boolean search in the dark web to find anything that kind of brings these fragments together, even just tangentially.
Okay. I want you to make me an intelligence and investigation roll to kind of like
Can I use
put
computer
this all
hacking?
together. Is it in a specialty for your investigation?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you can.
While she's looking at that,
I have under skills I have computer hacking and investigation. I have online searches, but computer
So
hacking has more dice.
Well, it's gonna be investigation for this because you're putting together pieces.
Okay, fair. Yep. Okay, so investigation.
Mostly,
and...
I'm just reminding you things I told you a month ago. Wink, wink.
Yeah, true. Investigation and intelligence.
Yes, please.
Okay.
While she's doing that, you said, Christa?
I was just gonna say, can I take a brief look through any of my like marks, and just think if any of those are connected to Lum Industries, because that might be an in.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make me. What's a dice pool you think would be good for that? Do you think that would be
Intelligence politics, the specialty in
let's do it.
corporations?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I got a
3 successes.
3 successes.
As you are kind of pulling these different elements together, pulling together your VR search, you are going to flash back to a news item that you read this morning, actually, that said that there are reports of a fishery in Richmond looking like the Lumley Key fishery burned down last night.
Oh, right. Yes.
And Lumley Key is a potentially a front for the triads.
Because it's Brandon Lum's family.
It's Brandon Lum's family, and in theory, that's what they use to bring in fentanyl and other drugs from across the sea. Not that they really need to, because you can make a lot of that locally. But hey, it's probably cheaper to import it. You know,
cheaper there.
Get the wish.com version. Fentanyl.
Cheap and dirty. Emphasis on the
Basically.
dirty.
So yeah, that is definitely probably part of this.
Okay. Then she's probably going to want to look deeper into the fire at the processing plant to see how it was started, what kind of rumors are circling around that, what kind of investigation.
They think it was a rival. So what you're going to see from just online, there's not
triad.
They're thinking rival triad, maybe the Yakuza, maybe what other mafias are big in Vancouver? The Russians are there, of course, because it's just across the water. But they think it's probably. I mean, there's a lot of. Could be the native mafia too. That exists.
It does, but I don't know that it's necessarily as big or with as deep pockets. I don't know much about them, honestly. So
they're more up north anyway. But you know, it's probably either another triad family, Yakuza, or something else.
Yeah.
Because Vancouver's fun that way.
Yeah.
It's the biggest port in all of Canada, so there's tons of crime, and it's
the UN still around?
No, it's surprisingly
they dissolved after the Bacon brothers, you know, either got killed or went to jail. Yeah.
It's definitely weird though in Vancouver because there's tons of crime like that, but it's all kind of like not above board, but it's all like they kind of take care of themselves for the most part. I lived in an area that had several like high profile murders while I was there. Well, I mean, they would have been high profile, but it was basically just like gang murders where it's like a warehouse and everybody was hacked to bits, but it didn't go away from the warehouse, so nobody really paid attention. It's like, they're just killing each other.
I've been deep in AJ country for a long time, so yeah, you get a lot of that around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like,
not telling me anything I don't know.
so long as civilians aren't affected, nobody really gives a shit in Vancouver. It's weird.
Well,
it's very strange.
I mean, but it still makes people, you know, nervous.
A little tense. You know? But I also lived in Vancouver where I was 3 blocks away from a McDonald's where a guy walked in and hacked someone else's head off with a machete.
Yep.
This literally happened a month before I moved to Vancouver.
Yep.
Yeah, a guy caught his wife his ex-wife with another man and cut one of their or both of their heads off in the middle of a McDonald's.
Just one. I think he only got one, and then
both of them died. And then an 80-year-old Chinese man chased him down and pinned him to the ground, and that's how they caught him.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Only in Richmond, man. Only in Richmond. Like an 80-year-old dude is just gonna be like, not in my hood. Anyway, back to you.
Back to you.
I'm leaving that in because it's a good story.
It is. I mean, honestly, there's some really interesting, stories. Remind me to tell you guys
that was
about
my McDonald's.
Oh, remind me to tell you guys about the pizza one in Surrey.
Pizza
Later.
McDonald's? Anyway.
No.
So,
Pizza House murder.
Oh well, obviously you gotta make the sauce somehow.
Later.
Christa.
Yeah.
I had to take a picture of this because I didn't know if anyone would believe me. On my 5 dice, I got 4 ones.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Christa.
Are you kidding me?
Apparently threatening them by eating a candy dice
you just angered them. You created a revolution.
They're just mad now. They're just like, well.
Would you like to make that a dramatic failure to gain a beat?
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you were rolling to try to remember your thing, and then so here's the thing. You're gonna be thinking back to Doug McCullough from last night, and you're gonna be kind of tripped up because as much of a clod as he was actually a pretty good lay. And you're just kind of drifting off. You're like, who do I know? Oh man, the thing he did with his tongue was real nice. I wonder if he could do that to Emmett. And you're just kind of you're gonna go off on a tangent where you're like, I need to get Emmett laid. You're just kind of thinking about.
Just start scrolling through and just
All right, you get a beat for that, but you're like, maybe I should call him. He's definitely not involved. Not involved even remotely. He's safe.
No way he's involved.
Not with that swirl.
Good lord. We're swapping out our D10s.
So I probably should. Do you want me to buy you some D10s?
I have so many. Those are my custom world. Well, see, that's the problem. They're my custom World of Darkness.
Yeah,
dice.
You need to go to.
So clearly, I need to get.
More.
Yeah,
I think you need to put them in an oak box with in a circle of salt or something under the full moon.
Right. 4 ones on 4
We're just
dice.
role playing. It's just been too long since you gamed.
It's true.
You know
need
what?
to
I think
play
I
more
think
games,
they just
Christa.
feel, yeah, they feel left out.
All
It's
right.
okay.
So
Well,
with that,
other
looks like you have
details.
some places to hunt down or some things to do. What's the next plan?
We got to go find this paint place. You said they took the attaché, right?
Yeah.
And some kind of
Yeah, they took it.
weapon?
Yeah, it looked like some sort of like squirt gun made out of bone.
I have a dot in a cult. Can I try and redeem myself?
Yeah, go ahead. Make me an int or wits
Okay.
plus a cult roll.
Okay, int plus wits.
No, or
alright.
wits. Int or wits.
Int or wits. So that's 3
You know what?
on either. And a
Okay,
cult.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got 2. Can I make that roll as well? Just to recognize it myself.
We'll see if Christa
Watch
succeeds.
me fail.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I'm a
like Chris,
cat doctor and I have a point.
One success.
Okay. All right. Both of you can make a roll as well. Okay. This is basically a luck roll. Krista, as you're you know what? I'm going to say, James, you can't make that roll because with eidetic memory, you would remember this automatically when you saw it. So it wouldn't make sense. But Mike, if you do want to make that roll, you can.
No, I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay. Krista, you are going
Boyd's
to
just
know...
gonna Google it. Like, what are you guys doing? I'm just gonna Google that shit.
So, all of you are going to get the sense that it's probably a gadget of some kind. But Miss Maccabee, you are going to know that in one of the jobs that you did with Mr. Hour, that was a gadget that he had for extreme prejudice. He didn't really... You remember this? There's this flashback that you're going to have with your perfect memory, as this is described, of him going, like you being in the middle of this heist and like this angel showing up and this big confrontation. He's like, "Hey, don't worry, I've got this," and reaches into his coat and pulls out this. Almost looks like the skull of like an alien from the Aliens movies on the front of this gun that elongates into like a rifle shaft. It's all fine. And he's going to reach into his pocket, pull out a pint of blood, like a blood bag. Feed it into a nozzle in the side of this, and the side of the gun is going to start glowing bright orange. Plug your ears. And he's going to point it, and it's going to blow a hole through concrete.
Holy shit. And the angel.
And the angel and the concrete is going to start turning into basically like almost lava. Like this is like a laser gun that's going to burn everything around it, causing fires on anything even remotely flammable. Parts of the steel girder it hits are going to start dripping to the ground in these molten chunks and globs.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone else know what this gun does?
No, it's going to be just you. I'm going to...
Yeah, they're not going to say anything otherwise.
Okay. So yeah, you'll have that flashback of that.
Yeah, but we can't let those kind of things fall into mortal hands.
Right.
All right,
I'm
so where are
gonna
we going?
Just Google the address for this painting company.
Yeah, Boyd's already looked for it.
Yeah, I was gonna
and got
say.
it. It's like it's right over there.
All right.
She sends Dredge the coordinates.
Okay, so this painting company is located down in Richmond. So you're probably about a 40-minute drive this time of night.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know how to get here. Because I
Yeah,
worked out so well last time.
Yeah, exactly. No racing this time.
If not, it's near a noodle restaurant, so we'll just wait for you at the noodle restaurant if you're lost.
Okay.
That's it. I'm heading to my truck.
Emmett will go along.
Okay. You'll head back to your truck, gathering up your things. You're going to progress onward, making your way down toward Richmond. It takes you an inordinate amount of time to get there. Kind of driving through the horrible traffic that's backed up, like clogged arteries from a lifetime of cheeseburgers inside of Vancouver. You're going to cross the bridge, make your way down, go to the far side of Richmond, over like the more industrial, kind of like over by where the Costco is, we'll say. You'll make your way over that direction toward Kinder Painting. And as you do, though, it's just hitting on about 9 o'clock at night right now. As you make your way over there, we're going to do a cutaway. And as we do, we're going to cut over to Richmond Center. It's along the number 3 road in Vancouver, which is this like two lanes that are kind of facing away from each other, right alongside of this SkyTrain, this like raised, elevated subway system that Vancouver has. Richmond Center is kind of like the heart of mall activity for like, you know, for all of Richmond for the most part, aside from like, you know, like they have a specific Chinese mall and so on. But this is like the one that everybody in Richmond goes to, right across from all of these like strip malls of gray concrete, big Chinese kanji signs everywhere with very, very small English letters at the bottom that they now require by law in Richmond. And as we focus in on that, its traffic is absolutely gridlocked. Occasionally be these little bursts of speed as people run lights, almost plowing down people at intersections to try to make their way home in the middle of this gridlocked, awful traffic. The rain just buffeting down at this point. And as that occurs, there is going to be this little crackle of electricity in the air where the water is going to start flowing up the windshields of several of these cars, rolling back up towards their roofs as time dilates slightly. And then there's going to be just a sudden slamming of brakes as out of nowhere in the middle of traffic this truck is going to slam on its brakes, dually wheels clenching the pavement as it screeches forward, and he's going to lean out his window as he comes. Hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? Get out of the way! You're almost ran you down! And another couple people are going to like honk and swerve, and there's going to be the sound of smashing as a taxi kind of jumps a median and slams into a light post. Another person rear ends that. Another person, one after the other, a 6-car pileup occurs in the middle of this road, right next to the SkyTrain station. And walking out of the middle of it, the camera's just going to see tick, tick, tick of a white cane stepping onto the crosswalk as an Asian man in his 40s, maybe 50s, black hair cut short like a businessman, wearing a long gray trench coat on top of a gray suit with a white cane and thick black glasses, is going to walk out from the middle of this chaos, just ticking his white cane back and forth as he steps out of traffic, where a moment before, anyone who was there would swear he was not. He steps onto the sidewalk and bodily collides with this young kid, about 16 years old, who stumbles back, and as he does, this kid's wearing sunglasses. They tumble off of his head, and the blind man looks very startled for a moment and looks down at the kid as he hits the ground, the tip of his white cane kind of poking right into the kid's Adam's apple. "I didn't see you there," he says. "Yeah, man, that's kind of the point. Aren't you blind? The man moves his cane off of the kid's throat. You shouldn't wear sunglasses at night. It's bad for your health. And starts walking down the street. Now, where is that case? He mutters under his throat. And I think this is probably a good place for us to call it tonight. And yes, he is totally inspired by Kane from John Wick.
That's totally what I was thinking. I was like, oh crap.
He's too
I
good.
haven't seen it. Don't say too much.
Oh,
Nope, that's all.
Such a
we
good
did.
film.
We
Dead
did.
meat. So dead.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be
Dead,
good.
throw dead, roll dead,
So much
Dave.
for it.
I love these little, like, these shorter games that are like 2 to 2.5
Yeah.
hours, because they really allow us to like go into meat of it, and then we come back out, and it's
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun. And so, folks, I hope you're enjoying Demon. Are you guys enjoying Demon?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
Yes,
anybody
yes,
fulfill
I'm
any of?
getting the feel of this guy. Yeah.
Right? I love just being able to go in and out of this, and so I think this is probably going to be like 4 or 5 sessions, probably total of these like little shorties. Depending on how fast work you do next time, the action's going to be pretty action packed.
It's like a British drama.
It's like yeah, I'm hoping for like a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit
a
of
British.
spy drama.
It's a British series.
So, did anybody succeed any of their? Oh, Christa, you got a lead on Mr. Hour as one of your one of your aspirations.
I did.
Okay. Anybody
did
else
a-
get an
I did a-
aspiration?
I did a callback.
You did.
Mhm,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So both of you will take a beat for that. What'd you get, James?
I think I was just useful. Prove my damn worth.
Okay. So go ahead. You'll
Crawling
take a
in
beat for
people's
that.
minds. Yeah.
So everybody take 4 beats plus anything you gained in game or your aspiration, and your aspiration.
And when you hit 5 beats, you get an experience.
You get an
Right?
experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that gets me to 2 because I had 4 last game.
Yep.
So I got
and you
my
can
1,
spend those immediately if you'd like.
and then plus 4.
Mm.
Cool.
I do have a
And
beat
yeah.
left
So
an
go ahead
experience left
and
from
count that
last
up.
week.
And so, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Demon the Descent. I hope you're enjoying it, and we will see you next time. Until then, be seeing you. Or some other spy thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Something like
Not
that.
if I see you first.
Mm.